This is AP Stidham of Bama Magazine and BamaMag.com. Our guest is Robert Horry, Alabama legend and NBA clutch shooter. Big shot, Bob. Robert, it's a pleasure to see you this evening. And was this your first time at the Mohegan Sun?
It's the first time at Mohegan Sun. I was very honored. Very, very plush facilities here. So hopefully one day when I make some money, I can come back and do a little bit of gambling.
Robert, what was the key to your longevity to survive 16 years in the NBA?
Yeah, I think, taking care of my body. I had a great trainer in James Cooper, and keeping yourself ready during the off-season was a major role in that, because a lot of guys take the off-season as time to rest, which it is, but you got to do maintenance work and make sure you're healthy and strong for the upcoming season. So, James has been around for a long time, training the proper way, so I was very happy with that, and just very fortunate. I say that, but, the main key was the man up above, keeping me healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Robert, what are some of the intangibles that young players should value if they want to reach their goal to play in the NBA?
Basically getting the education. I know that sounds funny, but you have to have the smarts. There's so many guys that are talented out there, but you got to have the smarts, and that comes from education, reading books, doing things of that nature, understanding the knowledge of a classroom, because it all rolls over into the court play. So you have to be an intelligent player if you want to make it to this day.
Robert, I had this conversation down in Miami when Alabama was playing for the championship with Bob Ryan, the basketball aficionado of the Boston Globe, and he posed this question to me. My answer is not relevant. Yours is. Yours is.
Okay.
He asked me the question, would you prefer to have the individual accolades of a Charles Barkley or the 7 NBA championship rings of Robert Horry?
The thing is, if you really look at it, Barkley really doesn't have that many accolades, and so I probably have more rings than he have accolades. But if you go by bankroll, I already have his bankroll.
Robert, you were an ambassador for the NBA the last few years. You've been traveling around the world. Can you tell us about some of those experiences?
It's been a wonderful experience. The NBA is, when you say it's global, it's really a global brand. It's opened up so many doors. I had the pleasure of going to Russia, India, China. I spent a lot of days in China. And, everything has been wonderful. I just got back from Istanbul, and the things that the NBA has put in front of me and the things I've been able to see and endure, it's been wonderful, because without the NBA, I'd be still just this little skinny kid in Alabama, probably teaching somewhere.
Robert, what else occupies your time today?
I'm currently having sports and rehabilitation clinics in Houston. That's one of the things I do as a little side thing, and I did a little broadcasting for the Lakers last season. So I don't know what the future holds with that, because Time Warner got bought out by Comcast. So I'm just trying to hang in there, have fun, enjoy my kids, and enjoy life.
Robert, last time we spoke, you had some aspirations to coach in the NBA. What's the status of your coaching career down the road?
Right now it's probably about like it was then. It was either or. I'm on the fence about it, but if something comes up good, I'll take it.
Yeah, Robert, would you be interested in coaching in college?
No.
I think I know the answer, but why is that, Robert?
I take that back. If it's the right situation, if it's a place that's not cold, UCLA, USC, a team in a big city, U of H, Baylor, some places there, right, something like that where I could be in a big city and stay close to my family and friends, I'll do that.
What about a little bit east of there?
Nah. I let the battle plan do what it thinks it's going to do down there.
Robert, you can be the SEC commissioner for one day. How can you improve that league, basketball?
It would be hard to say. SEC is so good. There's so many things that can go on. I think for me, I would promote a little bit more than they do it, because everybody knows about Kentucky, everybody knows about Florida, but there are a lot of other good teams that are in the SEC outside of those two marquee teams. And as much love as football get, I would give them just as much love in the basketball arena.
Mm-hmm. Robert, you keep in touch with the Alabama program. You keep your eyes on it.
I used to, but when the late great Mount Moore passed, my connection kind of closed in, because that was my last guy that I knew in that organization. Wimp's gone, Saban's there now, and Grant's there. Those guys weren't there when I was there. I had Gene Stallworth and Wimp. Those are my two guys, and Mount Moore. There's nobody else that I know. I got to reestablish a connection there. Just let them know that we still care about what goes on in that great university.
Robert, you're sitting at the table this evening with Dave Cowens to your left, Hall of Famer, one seat removed, the great Bill Russell, Across the way was George Iceman Gervin. What were some of those conversations this evening?
You know, Bill Russell is an icon. And there's only I have the pleasure of meeting two legends, two iconic legends. You know, everybody always want to talk about legacies. Nobody has a legacy. The only two people that really have legacy is Tommy Lasorda, who I had the pleasure of doing some things with, and Bill Russell. Everybody else, they can kiss their legacy and throw that out the door because it means nothing compared to those guys. Those guys have been around for decades. They changed things. They made history. And these guys now who talk about their legacy, they didn't change anything. They didn't do anything incredible. These guys did stuff incredible.
Hey, Robert, thanks for spending a few moments with us this evening. Always good to see you.
All right, same here.
Appreciate it, Robert.